Hey guys, today we're gonna turn this wall into this one.
Hey YouTube, it's Anwar from TV Mount LA. Today I'll take you behind the scenes of a rooftop installation where we mounted exterior panels with LED lighting and concealed every wire for clean modern finish. As you can see, the wall was pre-marked with the lighting positions. Our client did that himself. The challenge? He wanted the light lines to start exactly at the corner of the pergola's roof. But when you install panels from one side to the other, it's tough to predict exactly where those lines will end up on the opposite side. So after 20 or 30 minutes of discussion, we decided to start with the lighting from inside the pergolas instead. He wanted a pattern like every fourth line lead between slats. With that settled, let's get to work. First, we unloaded the truck and carried a 75 Sony Bravia TV up to the roof, carefully of course. Then came to measurements and planning. There is no such thing as a great install without solid preparation. We unpacked the TV and attached the wall mount brackets with just 4 screws. Quick tip, Sony Bravia TVs come with the screws hole extenders. Super helpful for the setup, but we didn't use that. Next, we removed the existing exterior light and capped wires with the wire nuts. Now, when it comes to the finding studs behind stucco, the stud finder won't work. The best method I found, measure from inside of the wall. Yes, it takes more time, but it's reliable. If you have a better trick, drop in the comment, I'd love to hear that. We needed to locate the studs to run power from the outlet on the side all the way to the new electrical box behind the TV. You will see that shortly. Time to prep the panels. They were 114 inch long, but we only needed around 90 something inches. While I was setting up the table saw, Sultan began cutting into the wall to install the in-wall electrical panel, essential for hiding cords and connecting to the roof lights. We chose to use a table saw for better precision since we needed multiple identical cuts. The stairwell was too narrow to carry the long panels up, so we used a canopy to pass them up to the roof. Quick and efficient, and a little exercise. Then we marked the stud positions and made the wall cutout. I forgot my angle grinder, so instead of cutting the stucco, we had to drill it around the square for the box. Before mounting the panels, we inserted aluminum LED channels. But first, we cut out a section at the bottom of each LED channel. That would allow us to fish the wire through later. The LED channels needed to go before the panels because they fit so snugly. We had to slightly bend the panels to make them fit. Not ideal, but it worked. The first panel was secured with the extra screws in the middle, including a few black ones in the middle that we had pre-drilled. For mounting on stucco these panels, we used 1 3/4 Tapcon screws. Perfect fit. We fit the box, made sure it's seated properly, and fished the wires through from the earlier cut. The customer had a gap cover between the pergola and the structure. I don't know why it was on the floor, but we put that in place. Later, I sealed the gap with the silicone from the rooftop. In this clip, you will see why we trimmed the LED channels. To route the wires along the panel, we used 22 gauge wire for setup. Next, we secured the electrical box and installed the outlet. With several panels installed and 3 LED channels on the left, we temporarily held up cut pieces to plan out the right side, aiming for perfect symmetry. Precision matters. I took my time here to make sure the final design looked clean and modern. Because of the thick stucco, we couldn't recess the socket into the wall, so we mounted as is as long as it's inside of the box. We then routed the LED wires into the box, made a hole below it to route the wires cleanly, and ensured the cover closed securely. Now enjoy a quick time lapse of the wiring and panel install. In case if I missed something, you can skip ahead in the video timeline. Once we reached the electrical box, we measured and made the final cutout of the panels. Came out super clean. Then we installed the wall mount. One issue: the stud was smack in the middle of the wall. We got around it by using 4 construction screws into the OSB on the side and 2 leg screws in the middle. That mount not going anywhere. We were almost done with the main wall. After mounting the last full panel, we reinstalled the exterior light. One final long panel cut to reach the roof, and that wrapped up the main section. It is a quick overview of the nearly finished result. Now it's time to connect the LED strips and hook up the TV. The plastic LED connectors didn't fit into the channels, so we went with the soldering instead. You can see the process here. We used 24-volt COB cold white LEDs. Meanwhile, I sealed the roof gap with the silicone. Load test on the mount. With the soldering done, we place the LED strips in the channels using a roller. As I snapped on the diffuser, the guys hooked up a TV. The customer had a failed circuit breaker, so we used a temporary extension cord. After replacement, we return it for daytime filming and photos. The LED lights are dimmable and controllable by remote and phone app. And here's the final result, the perfect rooftop vibe. Clean, minimal, and completely custom. We've just launched our YouTube channel, but we have completed dozens of custom projects. Want to see more? Follow us on Instagram TV Mount LA. To become our contractor in the United States, contact us at tvmountla.com. Thanks for watching, guys.